storyteller because he's telling that he's from Colombia, he's telling all his history, the things that he likes, or the things that he can find in Colombia. He's also encourager because all the students, they want to, I want to have Checho, or they are very excited about getting to know Checho. And also is a cultural ambassador and a tour guide all over Colombia. And here, why it works? Because it connects science and social studies in a fun way, and you can adapt it like to any subject, as you're gonna see later. It makes learning engaging and personal. You can encourage positive behavior and participation. Also, movement promotes the target language and new vocabulary that you can introduce. And also spark curiosity and builds goal awareness while meeting TS standards. And also some suggestions that you can do with Chechos. You can give like the mascot a name. You can give like real facts about Checho or about your mascot. You can give like fantasy facts. So students, they will be able to learn more about like the culture, but also like spark curiosity and, I don't know, go beyond that. So now I'm gonna show you some of, like, this was an AI generator, like a very simple worksheet that students can work on. And also, there are some, that was an spontaneous writing, like it wasn't an assignment, it was not like anything during the class, but it was something that one of my students did because she was so excited about Checho that she wanted to write about it. And this also, you can use it as like a travel journal for them to take during the weekends, and they can write all of their adventures. So there are some like samples and pictures what the students have done with our mascot.
What grade?
In second grade.
Hola amiguitos, bienvenidos a su clase de música. Today in World Music class, we are as always integrating Spanish, music, and world cultures. But since today is our first week, I would love to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. She's always wanted to be carried in my shoulder, and she is coming in this classroom to help us learn about the Dominican Republic, which is my country. Así comienzo, that's the way I started my world music class this year, and I introduced my mascot as an explorer, and I started exploring from my country. I have maps in my classroom, so I will draw arrows to different parts of the world, from Dominican Republic to North Carolina, from Dominican Republic to New York, from Dominican Republic to Chile, because my husband is from Chile, so we were talking about that. From Dominican Republic to Spain, because we are celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month, and we want to know where did Spanish started, when did it begin. So Spain was the first country to speak Spanish, so we go together, we draw a line, a traveling line from Dominican Republic to Spain to know what happened there. And he also is my encourager. Sometimes I have a music task that my students don't want to do, and I use my mascot to encourage them and go and say, come on, let's go, you can do it, come on, I am clapping for you, I will cheer you up. So he's also a cultural ambassador, learning about different countries, as I said, but he's also a scientist. And I want to talk to you about science because that's what I did last year. I was a classroom teacher, and I will focus this on science class. And you can introduce your mascot as you can see there, saying who is this. And I am going to use that with music because I'm very musical. That's why I ended up in the music room. But I will use some music to introduce Juan. You can use stage rock. I learned that yesterday from one of the presenters. I also learned Suno from those friends back there. Thank you so much, because I still was depending on YouTube. But thank you so much for these two tools of what you can get tracks and karaoke from there, and you can build your lesson on that. So this is a song to introduce Juana la iguana from República. And I will start like this. Welcome my students at the door. I was teaching for the last minute and you did not notice, right? I was talking about adaptations, I was talking about the scales, protecting her, that she is able to survive with very little water, and that she comes from the Dominican Republic. And I was teaching it without my students noticing. We were just having fun and with the pet. So that's the idea when you introduce your mascot. Talking about music, let me tell you that music is a powerful tool to teach. If you play any instruments, is there anybody here who plays an instrument? Guitar, piano? Yes, you play? What do you play?
Well, I'm not a professional, but I do use my ukulele and a little keyboard for my lessons to catch my kindergarten.
Perfect! Because music is a great transportation for knowledge. If something is hard for students to know, you just pull a little piece of music from a popular song. I use Juana la Cubana, but you can use Macarena. You're in kindergarten, you're teaching numbers. So I would use Macarena, for example, and I will show you in a minute, to have them count in Spanish to 12 using the Macarena movement. I can also pull a piece of music and use that to put a lyric in it. You can use a song generator as a Magic AI or another app, Gemini, ChatGPT, or I don't know if your school has access to artificial intelligence. And it can help you with a vocabulary and contents, generate a song and that rhymes with that piece of music. So I will play the flute for my students, and we will come up together with a song to practice, like Juana. And then, friends, are you ready to meet the real Juana?
Yes.
Yes, and yes, that's me. Probably feeding Juana la iguana in República Dominicana. Do you know what iguana feeds on? And then we will begin talking that I was feeding her, and they will ask me, is that potato chips? Is that pizza? And I will tell them no, and then I will show them the habitat, and then I will finish this part just letting you see how do we integrate the Macarena. I don't know if we have sound. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with music in the classroom. So that was one like Those are not the elite students, they are the regular students that attend my classroom, and everybody is counting in Spanish. Thank you to Juana like Juana. So thank you. The next part.
Actually, right now is mascot time. It's time for you to adopt your own mascot. Who wants to adopt your own mascot today? Oh, we have some. So let's see, who remembers the name of the chihuiro? Oh, look at that. Raise your hand again. Raise your hand. Okay, so we have those people right here. So here we go. Watch it, right here. La Iguana.
Juana.
There you go. We have some other winners right here. And we're going to keep giving some more. So just keep following up with the presentation. We're going to go to our next mascot.
Okay, hi everyone. I want you to help me today with a little rhyme that I have, and it's for my friend Lo Cuy El Cuy. When I say Lo Cuy, you say El Cuy. Lo Cuy.
El cuy.
Lo Cuy.
El cuy.
So as you heard, and as we have been explaining to you, our mascot, he helps a lot as a cultural ambassador. And that's one of the most important things that we can just highlight in our classes. So, right now I am kindergarten and first grade teacher, and I can use Lo Cuy
El cuy.
with syllable, word, and sentences moderator. How? So let's just try to imagine that we're first graders. Okay, so you follow with me. Lo cuy.
El cuy.
Lo cuy.
El cuy.
Digamos, calabaza.
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 ¿Qué es una calabaza? Yo creo, yo pienso, una calabaza. ¿De qué color será la calabaza? Color de la calabaza. Lo cuy.
El cuy.
Our friend raised her hand. That's amazing. That's a really good way just to hear everyone how our friend is just giving or using the vocabulary in the classroom. Now, háganlo conmigo. Calabaza.
Calabaza.
Otra vez.
Calabaza.
Okay. ¿Cuántas sílabas tenemos en calabaza?
4.
Oh, my friend here raised her hand. Gracias por levantar tu mano. Okay, perfect. So our mascot helps a lot when we don't know yet. And I love this question, and I love the word yet. And I'm getting better at that because sometimes I feel frustrated, like, why my kids don't learn? So he doesn't know yet, she doesn't know yet. So, ¿cómo se dice esa question that we really use a lot in our classroom? ¿Cómo se dice calabaza? ¿Cómo se dice pumpkin? ¿O cómo se dice apple? ¿Cómo se dice lo cuy?
El cuy.
So, this is a way now when we transition from words and we transition from the syllables that this word has, then we're able to write something. For example, ¿quién me da un ejemplo con calabaza? Un ejemplo. Por ejemplo, la calabaza es anaranjada. La calabaza es anaranjada. Another example. ¿Quién tiene otro ejemplo?
En otoño hay calabazas.
Great. En otoño hay calabazas. Thank you so much. So all this can relate it to the topic of the week or the topic of the month or the topic of the season. So this is very adaptable to do it with a little friend. So right here, I wanted to show you the activities that we were doing with the kids. And I have to say that introducing the friend for first grade and kindergarten students is the most exciting thing that you can ever imagine in your class. They literally jump, they literally scream about it, they literally are all excited and then working on expectations. So the reason why I don't have my teacher with me, and I wanted to explain why, is because right now I'm working with my kids, with them, and with him, and Lo Cuy.
El cuy.
He was working a lot with my friend over here and working on expectations. And it's not only about getting, for example, let's say that you're using as behavior, let's say chart, not using a simple one, let's say just a punch card or any kind of kind of strategy to classroom management. In my case, I'm using the punch card, but not a simple one with 5 stars. They need to get 25. At the end of the week, they can get the chance to take Lo Cuy
El cuy.
to their house. So for this reason, my friend was working a lot, and I wasn't able to tell her, oh, I'm gonna take Lo Cuy to a trip during the weekend. She went, I'm sorry, I'm gonna take it home. And I felt like maybe I would, I don't know, break her heart. So that's the reason why he went home. And again, introducing the mascot is amazing. Here, It was his first day. The second day he had a little mantita, then he has food, and then he has a pillow and even a fridge to eat whatever, a fridge to eat whatever he needed at that moment. So again, it's very, very exciting for the kids, and they keep engaged to those expectations as the simple one to, hey, raise your hand. Because at some points, repeating and repeating expectations do not work anymore. But having lo cuy,
El cuy.
to please remind them, okay, lo cuy is looking at me. And trust me, for transitions, to working in centers, to just the fact to go to a different class, to please be sorry, for example, in our school, to go in the hallway and please be quiet and keep your hands to yourself, or just eat all your food, or let's just help a friend, or be, kind and respectful. And again, connecting those sentences.
Venga, cuéntame por qué te gusta lo cuy.
Me gusta lo que porque muy
Ok. Junior, ¿por qué te gusta lo cuy?
porque es chiquito,
Porque es chiquitito.
porque es delgado,
Ujú.
porque es muy bonito.
Dame un abracito, lo cuy. ¿Y qué más te gusta de lo cuy? Sí, mi amor.
So all this also helps just to allow students to think beyond what they can say. That they are like creating and thinking, and trying to say words. At some point they're like, I don't remember it. My friend said, kid, he was trying to remember. We were working on more adjectives at that point, like not only to say bonito, bonito, es muy bonito, es muy bonito. Let's try to say tierno. Let's try to say suave, es pequeñito. They're using little words, so pequeñito, chiquitico, suavecito. And those give the chances, a lot of chances inside the classroom to work with the kids. So that's a way to do it. And finally, I wanted to show. No, never mind. So I will just pass these worksheets that were the ones that we worked, to introduce, lo cuy,
El cuy.
to just let the students imagine how the lo cuy
El cuy.
wouldn't be at the end of the lessons, and then introduce finally our friend. Thank you.
Okay, and we're going to end up with a math class. How many of you love math here? Woo! Well, a couple.